Surfing the web anonymously have become more important than ever, considering the public Wi-Fi that is available at most of the places. So in my recent videos, we talked a bit about anonymization, and one thing you can use to make your traffic private is VPN. But there are some sites that you cannot visit even with VPN, or maybe you just want to add multiple layers of encryption. So this is where Tor or the onion routing comes into place. So let's talk about how the onion routing works. In the most simple words, Tor uses multiple layers of encryption to encrypt your data. So let's understand it in a bit more depth and detail. Let's say I send some request to this computer, which is known as relay point or node, and it transfers to the next node, and the next one transfers to the next node, and process goes on depending on how many nodes you have. And finally there's an exit point where your request leaves the node and goes to the main website that you were searching for. But this itself does not make us safe, because anyone sniffing on any of these points can reverse the process and find out who is sending this information. So to make your connection secure, what Tor does is before the data leaves your computer, it encrypts your data with multiple layers, so only your computer has the keys to all the layers, and every node it goes through, they decrypt your information step by step, because every node only has one encryption key, so it can only decrypt one layer, so it still doesn't know what the message is. So it sends the message to next point, which has the key to the next layer. It decrypts it and sends it to the next point, which decrypts the final layer and reads the message, which for example says you want to go to Twitter, so it leaves the last point and sends you to twitter.com. And the process is simply reversed when you receive back the information from Twitter. First point encrypts that information and sends it to the next point, which puts a second layer on it and sends it to the third point, which puts the third layer on it. And finally we receive back the information, and our computer has all the keys to all layers, so it decrypts the message and we can see what it brought for us. So far this was the working of Tor Network. But when you use onion routing, you should keep few things in mind. Because it passes through some points which can be in different countries, can slow down the speed than usual browsing, which directly goes to the service that you want to interact with. And if you log on to some website or give any of your personal information, then you're not secure anymore. Firstly, the website knows who you are, and secondly, which is more dangerous, if anyone is sniffing at the exit point, will have your information if the website is not encrypted. So even after using Tor, you should make sure the website you're trying to access have some type of security, like SSL or TLS. You'd simply see HTTPS at the top if the website is using encryption. And for the ones who don't know how to use this service, you can simply download Tor browser and connect it to internet, and it should be working fine. So let's come to our last point. By using onion routing, you are a lot more secure, but still there are ways in which you can be compromised. However, any normal person wouldn't be able to do it, because it requires some knowledge of networking to bypass the system. Even then, it takes a lot of effort to do it. So you'd be more than fine when using onion routing, unless you become a prey of social hacking. So this is it for this video, and see you guys in the next one.